Ever wondered how the Amish keep fruits fresh all year without a trace of sugar or chemicals? How do they preserve food in ways that many of us today might never have heard of? Could their methods be more sustainable and healthier than modern alternatives? And what secrets have they passed down through generations that allow them to store seasonal fruits for months, even without electricity? If you think food needs preservatives and sugar to last, think again. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating old-world techniques the Amish use to preserve fruits naturally. By the end, you'll discover surprising methods that don't rely on sugar or modern chemicals, methods you could even try at home. Stick with me until the end, and you'll unlock some amazing facts about a lifestyle few people really understand. Imagine this: a bustling Amish farm in the heart of Pennsylvania. Rows of apple trees swaying in the breeze, and baskets filled with freshly picked peaches, pears, and plums. But there's no fridge waiting inside, no industrial canning equipment, and no artificial preservatives in sight. Yet somehow, these fruits will remain fresh and ready to eat months later. How do they do it? It's not magic, it's knowledge. The Amish rely on methods that date back hundreds of years, passed down through families as both tradition and necessity. They've found ways to lock in flavor and nutrients without the shortcuts many of us rely on today. But here's the interesting part. Not only do these techniques keep food fresh, but they also improve the taste over time. In a world full of artificial flavors and synthetic additives, the Amish have unlocked a way to enjoy fruit in its purest form. Some of their methods, like fermentation and dehydration, don't just preserve food, they make it healthier. Fermented fruits, for example, become rich in probiotics, boosting digestion. Now, you might wonder, what tools do they use? Is it really possible to keep fruits fresh without refrigeration or freezing? Can these old-world methods compete with modern technology? We'll answer these questions and more as we dive deep into the world of Amish food preservation. In this video, we'll uncover the lesser-known practices the Amish use to preserve fruits, techniques that rely on nature, not chemicals. We'll talk about asterisk canning without sugar, using honey and fruit juice as natural alternatives. Asterisk fermentation, how fruits are transformed to stay edible for months while becoming even more nutritious. Asterisk pickling and drying, extending the life of seasonal produce in ways that keep flavors intact. These methods aren't just about food. They're about sustainability, tradition, and health. Whether you want to preserve your own food or simply learn about a fascinating way of life, this video will give you insights you won't find anywhere else. And along the way, we'll share some fun facts about Amish life that most people have never heard of. Stay with me, because in a few minutes, we'll reveal a preservation technique so effective, the Amish use it to store fruits for an entire year, without even a spoonful of sugar. We'll also explore how these methods reduce food waste, promote sustainability, and might just hold the key to living a healthier life. By the time you reach the end of this video, you'll understand why the Amish don't need modern technology to thrive, and you might even be inspired to try out some of these techniques yourself. Are you ready to step into the world of Amish food preservation and discover the secrets that have stood the test of time? Let's get started. On an Amish farm, preserving fruits is more than just practical, it's a ritual. Picture a crisp autumn afternoon as baskets of apples, pears, and peaches are gathered by hand, the fruits glistening in the soft sunlight. There's no rush, no humming of electric appliances in the background. Instead, the preservation process begins with quiet precision, relying on time-tested techniques that have been handed down through generations. Canning is at the core of Amish food preservation. With no reliance on sugar or synthetic preservatives, they approach it with a level of care that ensures both flavor and longevity. Each jar is meticulously cleaned and sterilized using boiling water or steam, often on a propane-powered stove, a lifeline for communities that live off the grid. The fruits are packed carefully inside the jars, sometimes topped with water or natural juices to retain moisture. A final round of boiling ensures an airtight seal, locking in the goodness for months to come. But what makes it intriguing is how the Amish innovate within the limits they set for themselves. When they want to sweeten preserved fruit, they avoid refined sugar and instead use honey or fruit juice. Imagine peaches soaking in a jar filled with their own nectar, or apples preserved with a drizzle of local honey, each jar a small treasure waiting to be opened. This method doesn't just extend the shelf life, it elevates the flavor, bringing out the natural sweetness of the fruit without overpowering it. What's fascinating is that they trust in nature's methods. Fermentation plays a key role here. Some fruits, when stored with just the right amount of salt and thyme, undergo natural fermentation, creating tangy flavors that intensify over time. This approach has an added bonus. It boosts health by producing beneficial probiotics. You'll find Amish homes filled with jars of fermented fruits, their flavors growing more complex by the day, waiting for the perfect winter meal to accompany. Pickling adds another layer to their preservation mastery. While pickling is often associated with vegetables, the Amish also pickle fruits like green tomatoes or watermelon rinds, preserving the harvest in brine or vinegar. These pickled treats might sound unusual, but they reflect the Amish belief in making use of every part of the crop, ensuring nothing goes to waste. In the quieter corners of their barns or kitchens, you'll often find racks of dried fruits. Thin slices of apples and pears, spread out to dry naturally in the sun or near a wood stove, slowly lose their moisture while concentrating their flavor. Without electric dryers, this process takes patience, days or even weeks, but the result is a chewy, sweet treat that lasts through the harshest winters. It's a testament to the Amish way, slow, steady, and always rooted in tradition. Every jar, every slice, and every fermented batch tells a story of hard work, patience, and respect for nature. Their methods are more than a means to an end. They represent a philosophy, one that values simplicity over convenience and tradition over trends. And the most surprising part, these techniques, though old, often outperform modern methods by preserving not only food, but also its nutrients and flavor. In the Amish kitchen, nothing is wasted, nothing is rushed. Every step, from picking the fruit to sealing the jars, is done with care and purpose, because when winter arrives, these jars aren't just food. They are survival, joy, and a reminder of seasons past. And as the jars sit silently on wooden shelves, waiting to be opened, they carry within them the essence of a lifestyle few outsiders truly understand. In the quiet corners of Amish kitchens, the sounds of bustling life fill the air, but one of the most enchanting practices takes place in the background: pickling and drying fruits. As summer gives way to fall, families gather, working together to turn fresh produce into delectable treasures for the winter months. The atmosphere is filled with laughter and shared stories, and yet there's a certain intensity as they focus on preserving the fruits of their labor. Imagine a large wooden table covered in fresh, ripe fruits, peaches, pears, and even the vibrant colors of watermelon rinds, which might otherwise go to waste. The air is fragrant with the sweet scent of these fruits, ripe for transformation. Each family member plays a role, their hands working with purpose and care. The process begins with careful washing, followed by slicing and sorting. Here, the drama unfolds as the first tastes of summer are captured for colder days. Pickling adds a twist to the preservation process. Instead of simply storing fruits in jars, the Amish transform them into tangy, flavorful delights. Picture this: a pot bubbling on the stove, filled with a mixture of vinegar, water, salt, and spices, cinnamon, cloves, and perhaps a hint of allspice. As the brine simmers, the excitement builds. Families share secret recipes handed down through generations, each one claiming theirs is the best. Once the brine is ready, it's time to plunge the fruits into the pot, where they will soak up the flavors. The anticipation grows as jars are filled with vibrant fruits, submerged in the fragrant brine, and sealed tightly. It's a meticulous process that takes time, patience, and a little bit of love. The colors of the pickled fruits are stunning, with deep reds, bright yellows, and soft greens, creating a visual feast that promises bold flavors to come. But there's more. Drying fruits is equally mesmerizing. Imagine rows of apple slices laid out in the warm sun or near a cozy wood stove, slowly losing their moisture. This process feels almost like magic. As the days pass, the fruits transform into chewy, concentrated bites that carry the essence of summer. Each slice tells a story of sun-soaked afternoons and the care put into every step. The suspense builds as families eagerly await the first taste of their preserved bounty. When winter finally arrives and the snow blankets the ground, they open jars of pickled fruits or share bags of dried apples and peaches. Each bite becomes a celebration, a reminder of summer's sweetness during the cold months. It's more than just food. It's a connection to their heritage, to the land, and to one another. As these preserved treats make their way to tables during family gatherings, there's an unspoken bond among the Amish. It's a testament to their hard work, their respect for the earth, and their understanding of how to live harmoniously with nature. Each jar opened and each slice enjoyed carries with it a piece of their story, a story rich with tradition, love, and the simple joys of life. As the autumn sun sets over the Amish countryside, the air fills with the sweet aroma of ripening fruits. In this tranquil setting, a secret ingredient adds a touch of magic to their preservation methods: honey. While most people think of sugar as the only way to sweeten preserved fruits, the Amish have embraced nature's golden treasure for generations. Imagine a family gathering around the kitchen, jars lining the table, filled with freshly picked fruit. Instead of reaching for refined sugar, they reach for a jar of rich, amber honey. This simple choice is steeped in history and tradition. The Amish believe that honey not only enhances flavor, but also preserves the natural goodness of the fruit. It brings a unique sweetness that sugar cannot replicate, creating a depth of flavor that lingers on the palate. As the honey drizzles over the fruits, the suspense builds. Each drop holds the promise of something special, something that transforms ordinary preserves into culinary treasures. Families have their secret methods, adding varying amounts of honey to suit their taste, but there's an unspoken rule: the less, the better. This respect for balance is what sets their preserves apart, allowing the natural flavors of the fruit to shine through without being overwhelmed. But the use of honey is not just about taste. It also reflects a deeper connection to the land. Many Amish families keep their own beehives, tending to the bees with care and respect. This relationship is a vital part of their way of life. Every jar of honey represents countless hours of hard work and the delicate balance of nature. As bees buzz from flower to flower, they pollinate the crops that nourish the community, reinforcing the cycle of life. The Amish also explore other natural sweeteners, such as maple syrup and fruit juices, using them in various preservation techniques. Picture a pot bubbling away on the stove, filled with a mixture of fresh fruit and rich maple syrup. As the syrup caramelizes, the kitchen fills with a tantalizing fragrance, creating an atmosphere thick with anticipation. Each preserved jar becomes a testament to the unique flavors of the season, capturing the essence of autumn in every bite. In this world of preservation, nothing is wasted. The Amish take pride in their resourcefulness, ensuring every part of the fruit is utilized. Peels and cores become the base for flavorful jellies or vinegars, extending the harvest even further. The creativity is endless, and families often share their unique recipes, each one adding to the rich tapestry of their culinary heritage. As winter approaches and the nights grow long, these jars become more than just food. They are a celebration of the land, the fruits of labor, and the love poured into each step of the preservation process. Opening a jar of honey-sweetened preserves feels like unearthing a treasure, a taste of summer that evokes warmth and comfort during the cold months. With every bite, the story of the Amish way of life unfolds, inviting others to appreciate the simple beauty of nature's gifts. In the heart of Amish homes, the true magic of preserved fruits unfolds. After hours of diligent work, The jars filled with vibrant colors and mouth-watering aromas sit proudly on shelves, waiting for the right moment to be enjoyed. The anticipation is palpable. With winter's chill creeping in, these treasures become a vital part of daily life, providing comfort and nourishment when fresh produce is scarce. Picture a family gathering around the wooden table where a hearty meal is served. As laughter fills the air, someone reaches for a jar of pickled peaches, the vibrant orange glowing like a sunset trapped in glass. The suspense builds as the lid pops open, releasing the tangy scent that mingles with spices. Each person takes a spoonful, and for a brief moment, time stands still. The first bite transports them back to summer, warm sun, golden fields, and the joy of harvest. This isn't just food. It's a connection to their roots, a piece of their history shared through flavors. But there's a deeper significance behind these preserved delights. Each jar represents the hard work and dedication of the Amish way of life. Families come together not just to preserve fruits, but to strengthen bonds and create memories. It's a time for storytelling, where grandparents share tales of old, weaving the past into the present. With every preserved fruit, there's a reminder of the love, care, and community that sustains them through the cold, dark months. Storage is an art in itself. The Amish know that the right conditions are crucial for keeping their preserves at their best. They carefully choose cool, dark places, often basements or pantries, where temperature fluctuations are minimal. Each jar is labeled, indicating the contents and the date of preservation. This methodical approach reflects their respect for food and their understanding of nature's cycles. As winter progresses, the jars become symbols of resilience. Imagine reaching for a jar of dried apple slices on a snowy evening, the rich flavors bursting forth with each bite. Families savor these moments, turning simple meals into feasts filled with nostalgia. It's not just about survival. It's about celebration. The preserved fruits are a reminder of summer's bounty, a way to savor the season long after it has passed. When spring arrives, the anticipation grows once more. The first signs of life emerge, and the cycle begins anew. The Amish gather to prepare for the next harvest, reflecting on the successes and challenges of the past year. Their relationship with food, rooted in preservation, allows them to thrive through the seasons, showcasing the beauty of simplicity and sustainability. As the year unfolds, the joy of enjoying preserved fruits continues to weave through their lives. From family dinners to festive gatherings, these sweet, tangy, and sometimes spicy delights serve as a reminder of the hard work, creativity, and love that the Amish put into preserving their connection to nature and each other. Each bite tells a story, echoing the whispers of summer long after it has faded away. In Amish communities, preserving fruits is not just a practical task. It is a rich tapestry woven with tradition, community spirit, and a deep respect for nature. Every jar of preserved fruit tells a story, echoing generations of knowledge passed down through families. Imagine the vibrant scenes of bustling kitchens where children watch their parents, eager to learn the art of preservation. The air is thick with laughter and anticipation, a blend of excitement and reverence for the process that sustains them. As summer wanes, the urgency to preserve the harvest grows. Families gather, united by a common goal. It's a ritual filled with purpose. Each fruit picked from the tree carries with it a piece of their history. The suspense builds as they prepare to transform the bounty into something that can be cherished through the cold winter months. This process is more than mere survival. It's a celebration of their way of life. The cultural significance runs deep. For the Amish, preserving fruits symbolizes a connection to their land and heritage. Each technique used reflects their values of self-sufficiency and simplicity. As they work together, stories of ancestors are shared, tales of struggle, resilience, and triumph over the changing seasons. It's a moment where the past meets the present, and the younger generation learns the importance of honoring their roots. Furthermore, the act of preserving is imbued with a sense of community. Neighbors often come together, bringing their own harvested fruits to share and preserve as a group. This collaboration fosters bonds and creates a sense of belonging. Imagine the warm glow of candlelight in a cozy kitchen, where laughter and chatter fill the air. Jars are filled, recipes are exchanged, and the spirit of cooperation thrives. These gatherings become cherished memories, reinforcing the communal ties that hold their society together. As winter approaches, the fruits of their labor take on even greater significance. Preserved fruits become a staple at family meals, adding warmth and comfort to cold days. Each bite brings back memories of sun-drenched days, reminding them of the labor that went into each jar. It's a way of honoring the seasons, celebrating the fruits of their hard work, and sharing their heritage with every meal. But there's an element of suspense as well. The Amish understand that preserving fruit requires skill and patience. Each jar must be prepared carefully to ensure it lasts through the winter. Will the flavors meld perfectly? Will the jars seal correctly? These questions linger in the air, a reminder that nature holds its own mysteries. The careful monitoring of the process fosters a deeper appreciation for the fruits themselves, teaching them that true sustenance requires effort and care. In this delicate balance between tradition and innovation, the Amish continue to adapt their methods while holding true to their roots. They seek new ways to preserve while respecting age-old practices. The evolving techniques reflect their connection to the land and commitment to sustainable living, allowing them to thrive while staying true to their identity. As each winter night falls and the jars glow softly on the shelves, the Amish know they have captured more than just fruit. They have preserved their culture, their memories, and their way of life. The fruits of summer are not merely sustenance. They are a celebration of who they are, a testament to their resilience and the bonds that unite them. In a world overflowing with processed foods, the Amish offer a refreshing glimpse into the past with their unique methods of preserving fruits without sugar or chemicals. Imagine walking into a quaint Amish kitchen where the warm sunlight streams through the windows, illuminating jars of colorful fruits, each one a testament to health and tradition. As the vibrant hues beckon, a sense of curiosity arises. What secrets lie behind these natural treasures? The absence of sugar in their preservation methods enhances the health benefits of the fruits themselves. Picture biting into a slice of tart apple, preserved in its own juice, bursting with the essence of summer. Without the cloying sweetness of added sugar, the true flavor of the fruit shines through. This means more nutrients retained, allowing families to enjoy all the vitamins and antioxidants that nature intended. Imagine the suspense of tasting a strawberry preserved with just a sprinkle of salt. Will it taste as fresh as it looks? The answer is a resounding yes. The technique brings out the fruit's natural sweetness while keeping the harmful sugars at bay. Moreover, the Amish rely on time-honored methods like canning, drying, and fermenting. Each method holds a story of its own. Imagine watching as fruits are sliced and placed in the sun to dry, transforming under the rays into chewy delights. This slow process takes time, patience, and skill, qualities that reflect the Amish way of life. As the sun sets, the fruit's natural sugars concentrate, creating the sweet snack that packs a nutritional punch without the guilt. Will the dried peach slices be as satisfying as fresh ones? With each bite, they surprise with their intense flavor and chewy texture, leaving everyone wanting more. Fermentation, too, plays a crucial role in this natural preservation process. The suspense builds as jars of sliced cucumbers sit quietly on a shelf, bathed in a brine of salt water. Will they transform into the tiny pickles that everyone loves? In just a few days, the magic happens, with probiotics developing to aid digestion and boost the immune system. The tension of waiting is palpable, but the rewards are worth it. Each bite becomes a celebration of health and flavor, a reminder of the power of nature. With each preserved fruit, the Amish weave a narrative of resilience and respect for their bodies. They understand that what they consume matters, not just for the present, but for future generations. The absence of chemicals in their preservation techniques adds another layer of safety, ensuring that families can enjoy the fruits without the worry of harmful additives. It's a poignant reminder of a simpler time, where food was crafted with care and reverence. As the year turns, families gather to share the preserved fruits, engaging in conversations about health and wellness. The atmosphere is filled with warmth and laughter as they enjoy a meal enhanced by the fruits of their labor. Each jar opened becomes a moment of connection, where food transcends mere sustenance and becomes a source of joy and community. The true suspense lies in the anticipation of flavors and the stories shared around the table, each fruit a memory, a lesson, and a bond that grows stronger with every bite. In this dance of flavors, the Amish find not just a way to preserve food, but a way to celebrate life itself. Their commitment to health, tradition, and community shines through in every jar, inviting us to reflect on our own relationship with food. As we savor the simplicity of their methods, we uncover a world where fruits are more than just ingredients. They are a way of life. In the heart of Amish life, fruit preservation is a community affair, woven tightly into the fabric of their culture. Picture a sunny afternoon where neighbors gather, baskets in hand, each filled with the season's bounty: plump peaches, juicy berries, and fragrant apples. The excitement is palpable as they exchange not just fruits but stories, techniques, and laughter. It's a moment steeped in tradition, where everyone plays a role in the preservation process, creating bonds that last through the years. As they prepare for the big day, the suspense hangs in the air. Who will have the best fruit? Will Grandma's secret recipe for peach preserves steal the show again? These friendly competitions add an element of fun, drawing everyone into the experience. Imagine the thrill of tasting the first batch, each spoonful revealing the love and effort that went into its making. The joy shared around a table filled with jars reflects the heart of the Amish community, where food is more than just nourishment. It's a way to connect and celebrate life together. The techniques they use are often passed down through generations. Each family brings its unique twist, igniting conversations about past harvests and the flavors that linger in their memories. Picture the storytelling that unfolds, tales of the best harvest years, of challenges faced during lean times, and of the joy found in preserving what they have. These moments forge a deeper understanding of their history and a collective appreciation for their way of life. As jars fill with colorful fruits, the sense of urgency shifts to anticipation. Will they seal perfectly? Each pop of a lid as it seals is a small victory, a moment of suspense that brings cheers and claps. This collective effort fosters a sense of pride within the community. Each successful jar represents a triumph, a shared story of hard work and cooperation. It's more than just preservation. It's about creating a shared legacy. Beyond just the act of preserving, this engagement allows for discussions about sustainability and health, educating each other on the benefits of their natural methods. As they peel and chop, conversations flow, and ideas are exchanged. Imagine a younger generation listening intently as elders share their wisdom, ensuring that these traditions endure. The excitement builds as they plan for the future, hoping to keep these practices alive for years to come. Even as winter approaches, the engagement doesn't end. The preserved fruits become the highlight of community gatherings, each jar opened sparking conversations about the past and present. Imagine a warm kitchen filled with the sweet scent of homemade preserves, where friends and family share meals, each dish enriched by the flavors of the season. The suspense of tasting those preserved delights brings everyone together, turning every meal into a celebration of community and connection. This powerful engagement through fruit preservation showcases the beauty of Amish culture, where every jar tells a story and every shared moment strengthens the bonds of friendship and family. In this simple yet profound way, they remind us that the act of preserving is not just about food. It's about cherishing the connections that sustain us through life's seasons.